Hello, ladies. How are you? Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me see if I can get it up where I can see the chat. How is everyone? How are you guys doing? How is everyone? Hi, Amber. Hi, Ian. Welcome. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Julia. Hi, Mary Lou. Hi, Carla. How is everyone? Hi, BZ. Hi, Lee. Welcome. Your first time here. Everybody say welcome to Lee, and I think it's Ian's first time too. And if you guys don't know Ian, go over and check out his channel. I know Ian from Gina Aarons and Jerry and our girl Cindy Utter for my favorite. Ian, what's the name of it? Is it My Favorite Year? I can't remember. My Year in Art. I don't know. Mitzi. Hey, Mitz. Hi, Popo. Hi, Julia. Hi, Patricia. So he's an amazing artist. So go over and check out his channel. It is, hi, Dawn. Hi, Julianne. My desk is a enormous mess. It is from... Oh my gosh, you guys, I don't know. My head is not thinking clearly. I am not thinking clearly today. Not thinking clearly. I guess it was it My Year 2017? And then they did another one. Is that what it is? You guys, I'm not all... Sorry, I'm trying to see if I can pop my chat out. I am not able to do it yet. My creative year, yes. So, I don't know what I'm going to work on today. Do you love my mess? I got a really cool magazine I want to show it to you guys. I have been still doing my calamari, and I have been really paring down on all the magazines that I've kept, and I love, isn't this a beautiful background? So this is a magazine that I'm going to show it to you guys. If you get a chance to get one, they're super cool. So welcome. Hi, Lori. Tammy, how are you, my dear? Yes, they changed the name. It used to be called something else. I can't keep up with everybody's name change. Hi, Sandra. Welcome, welcome. And I'm happy to see you guys all here. So, I don't know. I think I might be making some art postcards today because I need to send some out. I have a list. How many of you guys have like a crafty, creative wish list? I certainly have them. So, one of them is to, do a series of art postcards. And I know I can just hear somebody saying, oh, but you could do it on a bigger medium. You can, but the small thing is what I like. So I'm loving this. I'm going to use that. I'm going to keep these. I love her pants. I love the tones of gray. And let's see, what else do I like? Oh, I loved the blue jean. So obviously I'm not going to use the girl, and these are kind of cool. So these are just some cool things, but I'll show you the magazine that I got them from. So I may use these for my art postcards because you definitely have one, Jessica. Oh, it's ridiculous, right? It's like I have a lot. I have a lot. Hey, Jude, you made it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're happy you're here. So before we get started, don't you love my mess? I got a huge mess going on here. Guys, today I thought I was going to be back early enough to clean off my mess, but that didn't happen. I've still got Kara's little art journal to finish. Her little, and for you guys that don't know me, I live in the islands of the beautiful island of Hawaii, and I live in the beautiful island of Maui in the Hawaiian Islands. And if it's your first time here, I make most of my art with recycled stuff. Obviously not recycled paint, although I've bought some. How many of you guys have bought Oops paint from your local hardware store for your artwork. I have. So this is one of the little journals that I've been working on, and I'll do a quick flip through. And then I want to work on some art postcards, and I'll show you a couple that I made a couple weeks ago. I'm going to make them out of junk mail. So I have this huge list of, for the lack of a better word, list of things to work on, and I never seem to finish. Do any of you guys seem to finish? The danger is collecting stuff for them. You are right, Jessica. You totally have it. We're going to make some art postcards. So I'm going to make my art postcards out of these, but I'm going to cut them. They're not going to be this big. And let me clean up. And I work on this in the smallest space, you guys. My space is about 2 feet by 2 feet, and that includes the area for a lamp and my laptop, and I'm working in the smallest space. I mean, I have a bigger space I can work in, but not where my little camera is set up. My camera is set up hanging above my head, hanging off of a tripod. Does that make you laugh? And for those of you guys that have hung around with me for a long time, you know my art space dilemma. Okay, so here's some art postcards that I made, I don't know, last week or the week before. And I made these out of a piece of some packaging from something. It was like a product packaging. So this is what I have made in the past. I made last, I don't know, a couple times ago. So if you guys haven't made art postcards, they're really fun. You have all kinds of lists, Mary Lou. You know I do too. You don't see anything? Can everybody tell Lee to refresh? Can you tell Lee, refresh Lee? And while we're all here, let's say hi to our lovely Pat. Hi, Care. You rarely finish too. Hi, Suze. Everybody get your beverage of choice. Mine is coffee. Incredibly strong coffee. You like the eye one? Oh, I found a really good eye I was going to show you guys. I found them. And for those of you guys that are new to me, I have a thing for eyes. I don't know why. So these are the ones I made out of that product packaging last time. I think I could probably get like 3. I could probably get 6 out of these too. So save your junk mail if you like to repurpose stuff like me. Everybody's saying hello to you, Pat. Carla's saying hi. Linda is. Tammy is. Beezy is. Jude is. Kara is saying love. Hello, lovely Pat. Soul sister. Amber saying, hi, Pat, lots of love. Hi, Trace. Hi, Kayala. Aloha Friday, ladies. Yes. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Mary Lou. Mary Lou saying hi. I love you, Pat. Hi, Liz. She's saying hi, Pat. Kat is saying hi. Kat, how's your new house, Mama? We can't wait to hear all about it. Hi, Dawn. Dawn saying hi, Pat. And yes, the eyes are the window to the soul. And Nana's, everybody's sending you love, Pat. Saunders saying hi, Pat. Linda is. Julia is. Tammy is. Amber is. Tracy saying good day, Pat. For those of you that don't know who Pat is, she's one of our soul sisters. And every time we live stream, she is having a treatment. So a medical treatment, and so we try to say hi to her because we want to send her as much good love as she is like, you know, she's like, she loves all of us, and she's very loving and kind. Now, for any and all of you that want to join our Facebook group called Crafting Mamas, you're all welcome. Everyone is welcome. So I can hear some of you going like, why art postcards? Okay, so art in my world, art in any size works great. I love ATCs. They're a little small. Hi, Scotty. Is Scotty here? They're hi, Diana. You can make your art any size, but I find, let's see, I know I must have an ATC over here somewhere because we're doing our power pack. So, I mean, look, here's the power pack size ATC. So you can get a lot more bang for your buck in an art postcard. And these are 4x6. Which is a standard size for a postcard. Even though they are made out of junk mail, I cut them up. Jessica's saying, hey, Care, she loves her kit. For all those of you that are new to us, our lovely Care Heart has a foundation called DAFI, Disabled Artist Foundation Inc. And that foundation supplies disabled artists with some supplies, with a few supplies. And so she has some kits for sale in her little shop, and I have one. I worked on it, I don't know, was it last week or the week before? I haven't finished it. I had grandiose ideas to do it, but I didn't. So you guys go on over and check out her channel, Care Heart, and subscribe. So sometimes, when I make regular paintings, like paintings, like you know, fine art paintings or paintings for your wall, sometimes I make them from these pieces. So this, sometimes I use these pieces as inspiration. So not that the painting would be exactly like it, but maybe I'd like the way the color contrast. I don't know if you can really see this, but this is like, has some really cool texture in the picture. And so I may go and paint this and say something similar or that something inspired by this in a very large format, like a 5-foot by 6-foot format, or a, I don't know, 30 by 40. I mean, it depends. And so if any of you guys are into painting large, these make really good mock-ups for a possible large painting, because then you can grit it out. You know, you could grit it out and then paint it to scale. Cool, yeah? Are you serious? Oh, that's horrible, BZ. What town do you live in? Yes, definitely stay safe, Angela. Oh, no. So if anybody likes to paint large, because when I do regular paintings, like, not that these aren't regular paintings, but you know what I mean, like paintings that you hang on your wall, I often make small mock-ups like this to, not that they never quite look exactly like the mock-up, but kind of. Do you guys get it? Isn't that cool? So I think that's what I'm going to work on today. But I'll give you guys a quick flip through my little journal. I don't know how much I've done since you guys last saw you. But I'm enjoying it. And for those of you, this is just a children's book turned into a junk journal that I've then gone back through and started collaging in. So I try to work on it when I worked on this one with you guys last time. I try to work on it when, you know, just cutting things out that I think I may like for it. I'm still looking for something that says like Happy Birthday or Happy New Year. You know what? There was an image that I found. Let me see if I had that image that I found in my new magazine. You guys, it's not a new magazine. What it is I'm actually just going through and I'm purging a lot of magazines and purging. And do any of you guys just go do that? Do a great purge. So I thought she might be good for this page when I saw her. She's a little tall, but I mean a little longer than the page, but maybe I like her. Maybe I like her. So she might go there. I don't know. So this is what it is. So if you guys have ever made one of these like little junk journals, you know, or you are interested in, you know, making a junk journal, but then you don't really know what you're going to do with it, I think this is a perfect thing. I think it's like, you know, it's a journal for no reason. These are some bits and pieces that I'd taken out of this pocket from last week, and I just wanted to stick them back in because I know I wanted them in this journal. So this is it. Just a bunch of random pages. Some of them are done, some of them aren't. And you know what? It's the kind of book that you could work on again and again, and you could never finish, really. And it has so much room to grow in it that you could just keep adding different things. This was a magazine page, and I just added this sunset or this skyline or part of a sky. So I encourage you to make yourself a little junk journal and start playing. I mean, it's kind of fun. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? Hi, Anne. You glue in your junk journals, Anne? You guys, I've made so many junk journals. See, I knew there was a... There, see, I knew. You guys, I cut out all these images. Remember last week I couldn't even find the envelope in here. See? That's ridiculous. Maybe I'll use some of these in my art postcards. I don't know. You like watching my thought process? And I'm so spastic and random. Who knows what my... You know what it is I can't have too... How many of you guys, if you have too much in front of you, you get overwhelmed? You spend too much time... What did you spend too much time reading and flipping? I'm going to go ahead and... I'm sorry I put that in there. I'm going to take it out because maybe I'll use some of these in my art postcards today. We love you, Trace. Are you hanging out or are you leaving us? See, so for me, you know, I am just trying to like not overthink it and just like this would be a beautiful, I think this would be a beautiful, very large painting. These layers and stuff over it. I like that. There's just, you know, pieces and backgrounds of ads. You like to glue and put, and you like to cut and glue. I like to cut and glue too. It can be a little mindless sometimes, and I appreciate that. I have a small notebook in my bag that I carry with me with a glue stick and some scissors just for that. I love this eye. Like, I think the next series of paintings I do is going to have big eyes in them. I mean, I've painted eyes a lot, but you make your students do it too, Jessica? Oh, that's awesome. You're listening, Trace. We love you. Your new art, when you did your art space flip through, that looks amazing. It looks awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, I mean, I've worked on more pages than that, so I don't know. I don't know. I want to start a new project, but today was not the day for that. My page didn't get glued down, so that's awesome. I mean, it didn't stick together. Yeah, I think so too. I think it's a good idea to put some... So anyway, that's just this little book. I'm going to really, when I finish it, I know I'm going to love it. But I love the fact that it's a work in progress, and I always have it here. So this is a magazine I'm going to share with you. Guys, I don't know where I got it, okay? And it's called Hawaii Luxury Magazine, and it's a Japanese magazine. But let me just show you what's cool about it. High school biology collage cells. Oh, that sounds so fun, Jess. Good for you. So what's cool about most Japanese edition of any English magazine is they have two sides of the same ads. Okay, so I've cut this one up a little bit, but maybe I can give you a for instance. So like this is the English side, okay? Now, if you flip it over, this is the Japanese side. So what's cool about this is, wait, you'll see some of the pages. Oh, wait, this must be the English side. And then when you flip it over, so it's going to have the same images. Halfway through, they flip it. So this is the Japanese side. Duh, I'm a little slow. Okay, and then everything, you have the same images, the same ads, but you'll have Japanese writing. What's cool about this is when you find, like, say you love this girl, right? And you want to use her multiple times in a book. You have two of these same exact images. So if you guys find one of these magazines, I say go for it. Go for it. I don't know where I got it. I have no idea. I probably got it at the recycling center. I didn't buy it. So I'm sure, though, you could look around. But isn't that cool? So I was cutting some images out of here for, like, I cut this one out in English. And I cut this trim out. I'm going to use this on something. But I think the Japanese writing looks amazing. So isn't that cool? So this is what This one, I mean, somewhere in the middle, it'll turn back to English. But you have to turn it around. So you'll have the same things in English. I mean, in Japanese, and then when you get to the center of the magazine, see, then you flip it over, and isn't that cool? So that's my new, that was my that was my tear up magazine. That was the one that I was working on today. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start these postcards now. I'm gonna gesso them, and then I'll cut them up. Hi, Dania, how are you? Isn't that cool? I think it's cool too. How are you, Miss Dania? How are you? How are things? I know, it's really cool. So I'm going to use some Liquitex gesso because that's what I have. You guys can make your own gesso. You can also use cheap acrylic paint. I just want to put a background down on my postcards before and then let them dry. So tell me how your week has been, you guys. My week's been sort of hectic busy. Hectic busy. End of the school year busy, hectic busy, just busy. Just busy. Busy, 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 busy. Busy, busy, busy. So, anybody I know a lot of my niece is going to the senior prom, so I was talking to my sister about prom dresses. My kids, I have two, for those of you new to me, I have two grown children. Well, grown meaning one's out of college and one's in college, and then I have a daughter that's in the 5th grade. So prom is long gone for us, but I was talking to my sister about prom season and prom dresses, and we were talking about how sometimes, the dresses can be like, I don't know. They can be a little out there. Do I say faces that take up half the page? Cheryl, you know what? I do sometimes. I do sometimes. I don't always. I mean, it depends. I kind of go with the flow of how I'm feeling. Are any of you guys like that? I'm more of an intuitive artist and less of a planner. How many of you guys are planners? I find that when I don't have the expectations of how it's going to come out, it comes out better. Nat Geo is a great magazine to cut stuff out of. I love that. How many of you guys were over, I don't know, is Meridil streaming today? You guys, I usually try to go over and say hi to her at the beginning of her streams, but I didn't. I had crazy, ridiculous phone calls, so I didn't get to. I had enough time to make myself a cup of coffee and come on out. Come on and chat with you guys. You're a planner for everything except art. I just find when I try to plan or when I have an idea in my head, it never ever comes out like I see it inside my head. So I find for myself, rather than be disappointed or feel like I'm not, or feel like I'm not doing something the way I see it, I just let go of the expectation and I just don't plan for art. Because then I'm not disappointed in the end result. That's just me, though. There's some people that are really good at planning and it comes out exactly as they see it. So can you guys tell me how you guys have been? What's been going on in your world for the week? It's still raining here off and on. It's ridiculous. You never get it done as you planned it, Sandra? I hear you. You're doing a Dottie doll for your granddaughter? I don't know what a Dottie doll is. You feel like you're cheating on Mary? No, go say, hey, Miss Jean Peter Artist. It depends on what you're trying to do, Anne. I understand. Jean, did you get my ridiculous thing about your belt buckle question? Did you find somebody for it? Did you find a belt buckle expert? Kara says she plans what supplies she's going to use, but that's her general goal, but then she wings it from there. Well, that's good. Well, I don't know. It depends, I guess. Oh, Elizabeth, oh, is that what Elizabeth Brewer's been making? Is that what it's called, a Dottie doll? I did see her talk about it. Like, she showed them that were inspired by somebody, but I didn't know that was the name of them. Guys, I'm behind on my YouTube watching. I watched APG Jamie's video. Did anybody see hers where she did made her silicone molds out of like the silicone caulk that you get? She did them. It was really super cool. You guys should go over and make sure you check her out. Hi, Linda. You didn't find anybody where you are? Jean, you know what? I have a feeling that you could make a whole lot on your belt buckles online, especially if you sold them as a whole collection. That's just my thought, but I'm not a belt buckle aficionado. But I knew about those belt buckles because, you guys, I told you guys a million years ago I was a jewelry artist, and I made belt buckles. I actually did make belt buckles, not the kind you're talking about, Jane. But so I was familiar, and I know some of those belt buckles can be crazy collective, like hundreds and hundreds of dollars per belt buckle. Okay, and I don't have my man gun close enough to dry my gesso. I'm going to let it sit here for a minute. Enjoy my cup of coffee and see what you guys are chatting about. You're busy doing hair, Susie, because it's hairdo season. I bet you are. Yes, prom is ridiculously crazy. You confess you binged on Tracy? I watched some of Trace's from the other day when she was talking about her studio. That's really it. If you have over 100, Jean, that could be a really good collection. I wouldn't just sell them off the cuff. I agree, and that's why artists create preliminary drawings and stuff like that. But even sometimes when you do drawings, they don't come out translated into much larger, you know. I mean, maybe they do for you, but I don't know. I've done, if you're doing something that somebody has commissioned you for, but you've been binge watching The Hollywood Medium. I haven't seen The Hollywood Medium. Is it good? You guys are so funny. Anyway. Yes, you're right. If you're doing something specific, yes, you can plan it out. But I like to have the freedom of, I don't know. Even when I make jewelry, I do the same thing. I mean, you may want it a certain way, but you know, metal's a lot like paint, doesn't it? Sometimes it has a mind of its own sometimes. You know, everything has to be in alignment. Oh. He's 19. The Hollywood Medium's 19. Scotty, I have not, confession, I have not seen The Hollywood Medium. Don't know anything about The Hollywood Medium. Is it on YouTube? Guys, I'm the worst. Oh, you know what? So I decided I was gonna watch something on Netflix. So I was like, oh, I'm super excited. I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna watch. I don't have a ruler, so I figure I'm just gonna cut them this way. Sometimes I go ahead and collage on top of them before I cut them, but I figure if I'm gonna actually mail them out, I want them to be almost postcard size, if they can be. Anyway, I decided I was going to watch something on Netflix, and I was like super excited, and I was like kind of flipping through to see like what was there. And there was, I don't know what the name of it was, and I just read the brief description, and I said, oh, that sounds like really good. I like those English series. You know what I'm talking about? The English series, the like the BBC style series. So this one came up in my Netflix like as because you watched, and it was like because I had watched some BBC series. This one came up as a recommendation. So I thought, cool, and I got like super excited, and I put it on in the background, you guys, when I'm working. I don't necessarily like. I like to have something that I can watch. I can just listen to it as I do it. Like sometimes you pick a television show or you pick something on Netflix and it's something you really have to pay attention to. That's not what I would consider what I wanted to watch, you know, because I was trying to do other things, but, you know, wanted to like hear it in the background. But it looked good in the description, so I put it on. And then I start doing whatever I'm doing. And I realized, you guys, it's in Swedish. Everything was in English. It was in Swedish with English subtitles. I was like, I can't do that. That's ridiculous. Oh, good for you, Lucinda. Hi, Renee. So I couldn't do it. You guys, I just couldn't do it. I was like, does anybody else have that happen to them on Netflix? Like, you read the series thing and it sounds really good, but it's like, and it doesn't say it's subtitled. And then you finally get it on and you realize it's subtitled. That was me. So needless to say, I did not watch. I didn't do it. I did not do it. Okay, so I'm going to work on a couple at a time. And let's just see. I had cut out some cool things that I liked. They might be too small for this. I cut out this guy that was eating fire because I thought he was kind of cool. And I cut out an aloha with a shirt. I could do away with the shirt. The aloha I like. So that was like, it was just so disappointing. I was just disappointed. I guess that's what it really was. I was disappointed. You have BBC. You have BBC where you are. I love BBC. I think spontaneous creativity is the most rewarding way to do art, but that's just me. But that's just how I am. I'm not saying that you can't do something amazing where you plan it out. You can, but it just doesn't work out for me. For me. Not that all my spontaneous art comes out good, because it doesn't, but, you know, that's just how it works in my world. You can't read subtitles. Well, who wants to read subtitles while you're doing your, like, if you have it on as, like, company, right? Because that's most of the time what I have it on, like, I have it on, like, company. You know, like just noise in the background, really. So I tore out some backgrounds. Like, I loved this. I know this is silly, and it's for a Vera Bradley ad. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's, like, all these sort of florals. Hi, Barb Owen. How are you? Oh, I like Broadchurch. I watched that. Broadchurch, Sherlock, Grantchester, all of those. Yes. Love him. You plan things out, but you don't follow the plan? Oh, sounds like me. Sounds like me. I think we might belong to the same club. I think we might very well belong to the same club, because even my best laid plans don't come out well, so I just go with it. I just let it go. You know, it used to be a million years ago I'd get upset and overanalyze and do all kinds of stuff, but now I don't do that because there's no point to it. There's absolutely no point to analyzing any of it. It just doesn't work out. The analyzing part, that is. The analyzing part. I loved this too. You guys, I loved all of it. I loved the the texture of the couch. I liked that. Happy Valley, I've seen that too. Yes, those are my kind of shows. Those are my kind of shows. So I don't know what today's show was. I had it on in the background. I had all this paperwork stuff I needed to do. And let's just say, it took me a little while to notice that it wasn't, what I wanted to watch. This one's cool too. This is a guy doing some fire in hula. But I liked this too. This, so, needless to say, I didn't watch anything. I just wanted it kind of as background noise, you know? Wanted it as background noise. Hang on one second. You can take it into the room, okay, friend, okay? Paperwork has too many letters in it. Oh my gosh. If you were like in my paperwork today, you'd have been like, what is wrong with you and your paperwork? I have copious amounts of paperwork to do. It's ridiculous. Like more than I want for a really long time. More than I want for a really long time. So it's kind of how it works for me. You got the hardest page done in what? In an art journal? In your art journal, or are you talking about in your abandoned book, Trace? So what new YouTube artists are you guys watching? Is anybody watching somebody they want to share with us? I always love that. I always love. I always love to find new people to add to my already list of things I'm not watching. So, I mean, that's just me right now, but hopefully I'll get it back on track and get back in my watching mode. Paperwork is not my thing. I have, anyway. Remember when I told you guys that somebody rear-ended Hottie in my car? Well, I'm finally having to, and then he ran away. It was like a whole ordeal. Not, my Hottie didn't run away, the person that rear-ended him. So finally, after all this time, and that was like a few months ago, finally after all this time, they've agreed to just fix our car without, like, they finally got a hold of him, because the stupid thing is we're all using the same insurance company, but they wanted, I don't know. So this is what I cut out of that magazine that I showed you, or chopped them out, because I was going to let go of the magazine. You watch Sean, he sometimes is here. Peddler, he was on last night. Peddler's Medley was on. No, you guys, I missed it. I always love Nick the Booksmith, but she's not new. She's been around a long time. I don't know Mary Foster. Yes, 2 silver oranges and our Barbowen. We love our Barbowen. So this is my envelope for today's thing. I didn't know I was going to use it for this, but I put it in an envelope because you guys, I've been driving these crazy drives now, which I don't normally do. I mean, I do drive, but this has been like some crazy driving that I don't normally do. And then, so I've been taking a magazine with me to cut up because I have a lot of them. He's working on a friendship journal, Sean. Oh, he should have told us. I subscribe to him, but you know what? I haven't been getting my YouTube notifications. How many of you guys are having that same issue with like no YouTube notifications? It's been ridiculous. I don't know what it is. It's like it's feast or famine. Either I get every possible YouTube notification ever or I get zero. You like Amity Bloom because you're a sucker for textiles? That's awesome. What? Barb, everybody wants to know what's on your agenda for next Friday. They're asking what is on the Barb Owen agenda for next Friday. You cleaned up your room and now you can't find 2 stencils. Oh, that, you know what? Listen to Welcome to My World. We're still sort of up in the air about, you know, whether we're moving or what we're doing. And so moving to a new place, like new house. We've been looking for a while, but nothing's come up. I'm like a mess. I need a couple more things on here. Let me just glue this down and see how this works out. So, I don't know. I'm just like going with it. It's like, sometimes though when you're gluing down foreign book pages, you guys know me and my racy book page story. Maybe you need to know what your foreign book pages are telling you, because you don't want to have the you don't want to have my ridiculousness of gluing down some foreign book pages in it. I guess if you don't send it to anybody that reads foreign languages, it won't matter, but you could be doing some racy stuff. Jelly-tastic? Oh, that's so funny. So you guys don't forget, Barb will be live next week. It's the first Friday of every month at 2 p.m. Eastern. Right, Barb? It's 2 p.m. Eastern? So the Jelly Arts lady's going to be joining you. Oh, everybody get your jelly plate questions going on. That'll be so fun, Barb. That will be awesome. That will be awesomeness. Barb will be on with her jelly-tastic person. That's awesome. You know, I think I've had that issue more than you can imagine, where you've like cleaned up your room and you can't find what you had right there. Yes, I've had that many times. Many, many, many times. Okay, I'm thinking I want to put this watch on here, but I'm thinking I might want to stencil on it. You may want to do some stenciling. But I don't know which stencil. I don't know which stencil, although I love this stencil. And yes, you guys don't cringe, my stencils are dirty, but you know, if they get too bad, all I need to do is put them in a little Murphy's oil soap and water and soak them, and then I have a very soft like little brush, and you can brush the paint out of the crevices without messing up the stencil. I like the stencil too. It doesn't work all that great all the time, but I like it. I like this one. Now, how many of you have cleaned up your room? You're like, I'm going to do it. I'm cleaning up my room, and then you can't find your stuff. Happens to me all the time. Yeah, you can use a silicone mat instead of a jelly plate. I'm working on a few little art postcards. That's what I'm working on. That's what I'm working on. That is what I'm working on. I have sort of this sort of idea in my head, or thought in my head, And I don't know if it's going to work out, but we'll see. Browns and blues and sorry, you guys, my dog is going to bark because somebody's letting me in. Shh. Sit down. Can somebody come and get the dog? Can you come get the baby? Now that's my dog barking, you guys. That's not normal, but that's my dog barking because somebody is, one of my neighbors is coming back. So you guys wonder, the dogs that you hear outside usually are not my dogs. Those are somebody else's dogs. So I'm excited, Barb. Hopefully I'll be able to be there next Friday. Hopefully I will be able to be at your live stream next Friday. That would be super good. I would love that. Because do we ever, do any of us ever have all the answers to the jelly plate? I think not. I think not. Hi, Julie. He made your dog start bark. Usually my little dog doesn't bark. Usually she sits over here, but the kids are all home and they just all came home, so she was super excited about that. And usually by now my littlest one has taken her outside to play with some friends, but that's not happening right now. Guys, it's been raining here, and so it's just, I don't know. It's been raining here. So with the rain comes, the kids don't necessarily all want to go out and play. I mean, it's fun when they do, but usually when the dogs are barking across the street at my neighbor's house, it's because the kids are running up and down the street. And so, okay, I'm liking that. I'm going to let it dry for a few minutes, and I'm going to find something else to add to it. And then I'll find the focal point. It's just a background, so we'll let that one be. I'm going to move my watch, and let's see what I'm going to do on this one. So that is my week, guys. It has been, what else was I going to tell you guys? I don't remember. This week has been all about driving and traffic and stuff like that. Who's going to be hugging you, Scotty? You are, Tammy. How's your leg, Tam? Night, Ian. You leaving us big hugs. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for coming to say hi. You guys go over and check out his channel. And if you have not liked and subscribed, you should. And if you guys haven't checked out My Creative Year, that is a great group of artists that I like, that I admire. And it's fun. Lots of cool people over there in My Creative Year. It's a fun, and they do journal prompts and stuff like that. Not that I get to do any of it because it's just not where I am right now in my world, but it's fun. It's fun. I always like it when you can meet some like-minded supportive artists, people, like-minded supportive people who encourage each other. I love that, all about encouragement. Your dog perked up. Well, now the cat is over here meowing, so I don't know whether she's just upset because they took the dog in the other room and they didn't take her. I don't know. Hattie Popo's around here. She was just here. Hi, Jilly. Hattie Popo's here somewhere. We just had Miss Hattie Po here. How's your finger, Suze? You don't know what a jelly plate is? It's a mono printing plate. I have a tiny one here. This is not really a good, I mean, it's a mono, mine's dirty, but it's a mono printing plate. See, it's a gelatin, it's made from gelatin, and you can put paint on it and stencil and even stamp with it, and this is a small one. But they come really large, and look up monoplate. That's what it is. I think it was the earliest form of printing, if I'm not mistaken. But you guys, it's been a long time since I've been in school, so I could be wrong. There could have been something before that. How's your hand, Suze? Your problem is that the calamari that you got 90% done, then I decided I needed to do art. Now it's a bit of a mess. Oh, I'm right there with you. Jessica, you can totally make your own. Lots of people make their own. And there's lots of videos. If you type into YouTube, making your own jelly plate or DIY jelly plate, you can do it. And I haven't made my own, but aren't the supplies mostly like gelatin, alcohol, glycerin, and I think water, right? No, like Knox gelatin, not like agar. I've never used that. I mean, I know what agar is because I used to be macrobiotic, but no, like gelatin, like Knox gelatin. So, I don't know. You know what? Why don't you look on Amazon too and you can see it, or just Google jelly arts. And if you Google jelly arts, you'll see the person that Barb is having on her show. She may come up and you'll be able to see a lot of cool. You'll be able to see a lot of cool things. Hey, James, how are you? What is going on in your world, James? Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Oh my gosh, I loved this. Maybe I'll use this. And I'll find a focal point. Hi, Malia. What are you writing a blog post about, Barb? I missed it. I missed what you were saying because I was looking down. You guys, if you've never done a live stream, it's actually not so easy to like pay attention to the chat and glue or paint or whatever you're doing. Not always easy. Definitely, at least not for me. Maybe some of you, maybe it's easier for some of you than it is for me. But I don't know. You're good? Oh, good. Hey, Steph. You're working on some postcards too? Oh, good. You're going to do some jelly. Hi, Kathy. How are you? If you haven't started, you don't know how I do it. Well, I miss a lot, Scotty, because I'm like watching you guys and then I miss it. And then I'm like, oh, what did I miss? And you know, it's like, I'm not always good at it. I try to like keep up with the chat. I try. But I don't. I fail miserably. Sometimes I miss some of the best parts of the chat because I'm like not watching because I'm looking down. Because I am looking down. I miss the best parts of the chat. Happens a lot. Missing the best part of the chat. Happens a lot. Missing the best part of the chat. But oh well, what can I do? It's like like you tried. You guys, I took away all of my, you know, like my little wax papers and stuff that I have over here that I usually use to glue on top of. I took them all away because I don't know why. It's like I said at the time, it seemed like a really good idea. Now I need something to lay my, I guess I'll use this packaging. I need this something to lay my package down on. Need my glue so I can glue stick on it. Your husband said, I'm good at chatting and remembering details about people. Linda, I used to be really good. Now forget it. The older I get, can I tell you, the less I remember. It's like ridiculous. When I was really young, I had this job, and I'll forget this, and I didn't think it was a skill, but looking back on it now, it was a skill. Hey, Kathy. I used to be able to recognize people by their voice. Oh, you write a blog post to go with every YouTube thing? Oh, that's cool. So I used to work for this investment banking company when I was one of my many millions of jobs that, you know, you have as a young person, navigating your life or whatever, right? I worked for an investment banking company. And I used to be able to, like, if somebody called, I would know who it was. Like, I could answer the phone and go, hi, Mr. Smith, or whatever. Like, hi, Mr. whatever. For whatever reason, and they used to call it my superpower. And I guess it kind of was at the time. I didn't think it was a superpower. At the time, I thought it was just like everybody could do it. Now, I don't have that so much. Well, tell Richard I said thank you, Linda. I appreciate it. Did he do the few woo-woos that we've done last time? Has he done the woo-woo with us the last few times? How many of you guys have done the woo-woo with us and have had some good feeling results? Not that it's so result-oriented, but... All right, now I need focal points, okay? I need focal points for this one, and I need focal points for this one. I need focal points in my mess here, in my little tiny 2-foot mess. I need some focal points. I like that watch because it's like a diamond watch. I don't know what else I want on there. I like the diamond watch. It needs something else. So it needs like numbers or something, but I don't have anything. And this one definitely needs like something. I don't know. I guess let me just look on my desk and see what I have here. Let me see what I have going on in my mess right here. So I definitely got a mess going on. Hey Brenda, how are you? Bye Tammy, big hugs. He's doing the woo-woo again tonight? Oh, good. You're happy with the postcard you did yesterday, but now you're going to try something new? You guys, sometimes I just do it when I just feel like I need like an art fix. Do any of you guys just feel like I just need an art fix? I don't know what, but I just need an art fix. And then I'm going to, with my art fix, I'm going to, you know, I don't know. Sometimes I just make postcards for that. Sometimes I make them with the understanding that it may at some point develop or go into a book or be sent to someone. Sometimes I do it like that. Sometimes I do it, I work on it and I'm just like going through my own thing. Like a stream of consciousness. Isn't this cool? This is a perfume bottle. I thought that was so cool. I thought that was super cool. Hi, B. Nance. How are you? I'm making postcards, Deb. How are you doing, Miss Deb? What are we talking about? Chocolate? Oh, no. I haven't tried any of that. Are you guys talking about food? I did have some amazing pastries yesterday. I had to go to a meeting and had some awesome pastries. Awesome, awesome, awesome pastries yesterday. It was like, wow. They were like so good that I thought, Does anybody ever have, like, when you have those pastries, you're like, why don't I eat these more often? They were so good. I loved this just because it's like a wine rack, but I just liked the way the pattern was. I don't know. So that's what's going on in my world, just ridiculousness, paperwork, and stuff like that. You pick up big images? Good, Linda, make them. They're fun. There's no rules. You're making a junk journal, Emily? Ooh, good. You know that's my favorite thing. For no reason. There's no reason why I enjoy making junk journals. I just do. How many of you guys like making junk journals just because they're junk journals? Like, I enjoy it just for the fun of it. There's like no reason for it. No reason whatsoever. Sorry, I'm just going through my images that I cut up just while I'm talking to you so I can find it. Yes, breathe in the good and breathe out the garbage. Your 4-year-old granddaughter's with you tonight? That's awesome. Hawaii does have good desserts, Linda. It really does. Oh gosh, you guys are talking about Reese's peanut butter cups again? Julie, it does. The woo-woo definitely helps you relieve stress. Sorry. Sorry. Oh, I like this one too. Sorry. Anyway. Can you tell I was busy, like, cutting out while I was waiting in the carpool lane? Tammy, we put together a scavenger hunt. I don't know if anybody else is doing one, but we haven't started it yet because I wanted to get a book for it, and I just haven't had a chance. But when I put out the list for our scavenger hunt, I'll let you know. I haven't done it yet. There's been so many things going on for me, and I know a lot of you guys want to do the power pack and, you know, just a lot of different stuff. So, but I'll put one out soon, and then you guys can, if you want to follow along, follow along. If somebody else is doing a scavenger hunt, I think that's great. It was just a lot of fun doing the last one that we did, and then when I did it with my 11-year-old, and she created a list for the scavenger hunt for us. So hers is kind of funny. It's kind of comical. And I was going to get myself a book or make myself a book, and I haven't done it yet. Guys, I've got so much going on right now. Starting a new project at this moment is just not on my list right now. Like a real project. But I will put it out soon, and if somebody else does one in the meantime, I think it's awesome. Can't ever have too many art affairs going on. Wouldn't you guys agree? Wouldn't you guys agree that there's more than enough art for all of us to do? All right. I didn't find anything that I wanted for the focal point, so let me just look and see what I have here. Okay, I like this watch. This was somebody's painting that I liked. It was in a magazine. And I loved this. Like, I like this, but what I really loved is this. This needs, like, I don't know. It needs something big here. What? I don't know. And I loved this. This was some watch gears. And I also liked this. The louvered. The louvered blinds, or the louvered part, I liked it too. Because that magazine, half of it's in English and half of it's in Japanese, there's double pages. Janet's going to do another one? Okay. You've got a book already? Oh, good. I think you can never have too many scavenger hunts. That's what I think. Why not? Why not? Why not? Carla had one too for a while. Carla did an ABC scavenger hunt book, which I really liked. Did any of you guys do that with her? She did it a long time ago, but I liked it a lot. Or maybe she just showed it. She did a really nice one, though. I liked it. I'm going to glue my watch down, and then I'm going to look for something else. You worked on your power pack today? You know what's cool about when you start making yourself a power pack and you start doing it is that, you know, you can always swap ATCs with anyone. Or if you're sending somebody some Happy Mail, putting one of those really cool cards that you've made that has empowering things on it with women, that's awesome. You know, I don't think you can ever have too much. At least that's what I think. But you know, that is what I think. Okay, it needs something else. Don't know what. I want some focal point. Better look for one. I better look for a focal point. Hi, Jane. How are you? I'm just going to use an old book. I'm not going to, not a special book, just like an old, like a used book that you get from a used bookstore. Just a used, like you could find probably a mystery novel or something like that that had, that you could use as your book. Not anything, you know, not a, you could, look, it's your scavenger hunt book. Use whatever you want. It does not matter. It does not matter. I love these silver things from the Prada ad. I like this too. Let's see. I like this. You know, use what you want. It's your... It's your book. I like using an old novel because, you know, they throw them, you guys, I live on an island, and, you know, when people throw away stuff here, it's serious. It's not just, you know, it's landfill serious. Does that make sense? Landfill serious? Maybe I'll just put this on there. So, and I go and I look, like when they're throwing stuff away, I definitely go down and check it out. Like, not all the time, you guys, because if I checked it out all the time, I would have more stuff than I could ever use, which I have right now. So, but you know, use whatever it is you want to put in your to make your scavenger hunt book out of. My vote is use something you already have. So if you have a composition book, use that. If you have something else, use that. You know, like I'm not telling you to go buy anything. Definitely not. Definitely not telling you to buy anything. Because I think that we have, all of us have a lot already. So I would say use what you have. Use what you've got. Do not go buy anything. That's my vote, but you guys, you have to decide for yourself. You're boiling your first book? Ooh, Jess, that's fun. Good for you. It's just where I live. You know, you guys use what you have. Yeah, Kathy, we've been talking about scavenger hunt. Yeah, boiling a book is eco-dyeing. Oh, everybody say congratulations to Miss Jessica. She got her first, was it your first thing published ever, Jess, or was it, or what, have you had stuff published before? She got something published in, what was the book, Jess? What was the magazine? Or was it a book? Everybody say congratulations to her, and it was a beautiful book. She posted it in our Crafting Mamas group, so if you guys aren't a member over at Crafting Mamas, go on over and check it out. It was a beautiful junk journal, and she got it posted in, it made me think of it because of the eco thing. Right, so featured in Green Craft. There you go, Green Craft magazine, yes? So everybody, if you guys have that magazine, go and check it out. Which issue, Jess? What was the month? Was it May or was it a later one? So, you know somebody's going to look at my postcard and go, what in the world is that? I'm waiting. Somebody will say something. I just know it. But it's all good. It does look good on this. You guys, I turned on the news today, and I hardly ever watch the news, but we've had these crazy rains here. So I'm like, I'm going to turn on the local news to see. Remember I was telling you guys how the island of Kauai had a, because of the rains, had this big flood and just all kinds of stuff, right? I told you guys about that. So I turn on the news today. I'm like, okay, I'm going to turn on the news, which I never do, you guys. I'm like, okay, I'm going to turn on the news. And I turn on the news. You guys want to know what's on the news here? They're talking about, I mean, not that I have anything against it, but I was like, seriously? We have like torrential flooding and all kinds of other stuff and all kinds of ridiculous stuff going on in the U.S., right? What do you think they talk about on the news? I'm like, oh my God, I turned it off. They say, all they're talking about is Prince William and Kate's new son and his name. I'm like thinking, okay. I was like, all right, okay. Okay. I was like, all right. I'm gonna turn off the news now. Hey, Becky. You know what, Becky? You don't need a lot to craft. You know, I craft with recycling. That's what I craft with. I mean, I do like my glue stick, and I have a tiny jelly plate. I do have a bigger jelly plate, but in all honesty, what I use most of the time is like what I'm crafting now, junk mail and that sort of thing. So I don't think that you need a lot if you're just doing it to get your creativity on. I guess if you were going to make a living doing it, you'd need more. Does that make you laugh, though? I was like, what is going on here? That's all in your channels, too? Oh, and Bill Cosby. I'm not going to watch that. Am I going to paste the man on? The man is Daniel Craig, which is the James Bond guy. No, I'm not going to paste Daniel Craig on there. I could send Daniel Craig to Trace, though, for her man pack. I am going to cut off this extra beige stuff. It's too much beige, too much white. So I was like, seriously, I wanted to hear about... it's too much. It's not that I'm not a royalist, Jane. It's just like we've been having really bad weather patterns here and some really serious stuff happening here. You know, it's causing lots of stuff going on, for us. And look, good for them. I'm happy that they had a child. But I wouldn't think that needed to be what we need to be thinking about. You want to stop paying for TV? I have no, look, I am certainly sure when Prince Harry and Meghan Markle get married, it's going to be, that'll be like forever and ever and ever what we hear about, you know, whatever. I mean, they talked a little bit about that too, but I was just kind of like thinking, you know, for us, I mean, we are the farthest point. We're in the middle of nowhere here, and we've got some severe weather stuff going on that's affecting a lot of people in their lives. We've got lots of stuff going on. So I was just kind of like, okay, I don't need to hear about that. Okay, I'm liking that one a little better. It does need some more focal points, though. But I'm not going to put Daniel Craig on there. I'm not. As much as I like Daniel Craig. But I'm liking them. They're getting better. But I hope if you don't learn anything or take anything away from me, that you really need very little to be creative. You don't need a lot. You really don't. You can be creative with what you have right there. Hi, Lynn. Why would you pay to put Shizzle in your home? I hear you. Someone has this magazine on eBay for $40. That's ridiculous. You guys, it's from like 19... when is it? This one is dated 2012. I'm sure that you can find it somewhere. I found mine in the trash, okay? So I did not get mine anywhere. It's so heavy, it would probably cost you $20 to mail it. I mean, it's so heavy. But you can get magazines anywhere. You know, it's like, I just liked this one because it was, I liked it because of the Japanese letters in it. But I say you can, you know, find one, find something. If you're looking for Japanese magazines or Japanese books that are in English, magazines will be bilingual. They'll have one side Japanese, one side English. Just looking for a couple more focal points for my, hoping they'll jump out at me and say, focal point. You're content with recycling? Girl, I craft with recycling when I can. You know, with all these yard sales coming up soon, I'm sure all you guys are going to be in yard sale heaven, right? Yard sale heaven. You guys are going to be like, I'm yard sailing it, and look at all the cool stuff that I got yard sailing. Diana from our group, she buys the majority of all of the crafting stuff that she buys. She gets supplies. She gets either on sale or from a yard sale, which I have to say, for me, that is very inspiring. Isn't that inspiring? I like these row of numbers, so I'm thinking maybe I'll use some of these numbers. So sometimes I think that you can be a lot more creative when you don't have a lot of stuff. Does anybody else think that way too? When you're just using like what you have right in front of you, you have to be a lot more creative than say if you went out and you bought a bunch of supplies. Does anybody else have that feeling? Anybody else but me have that feeling that you definitely get your creativity on with less stuff without having to have like a ton of stuff? Maybe I'll just cut it out more. The white stuff around it is too much. Yeah, you are forced to use what you have, but what I think happens is that when you are forced to use what you have, your creativity comes up, you know, really flows through. Because then you start thinking more about the creation or you start thinking about what you're creating and less about whether you have the latest, greatest supplies. How many of you guys have stopped yourself from making something because you didn't have the supplies? I know I'm not the only one. So I know that one of you guys out there had to have, you know, Amber says she's on a craft freeze until Dancing with Pitbull's 100 Things challenge is over. Good for you, Amber. Having too much stuff can be overwhelming. Too many choices can definitely get in your way. Well, I hope if you don't learn anything or do anything or try anything that I do, that you try that you just kind of like go, you know what? I don't need a lot of stuff. I'm going to just try to make some art from some trash. And the thing is, I find, like, so there's some things that I've made that are like project oriented, and I love those things, but I honestly like the things that I make out of random trash more than anything. You can't. Kathy says she's not buying anything either until she does her 100 Things challenge too. Good for you. I think that's great. I think that is awesome. I think it's great. I think it's great. I really do. I think that is like, I think that's the best. Put yourself on some sort of a spending freeze so that you don't buy anything. I think it's great. You still have to use all your stuff. Jane girl, you and me both. Hi, Laura. How are you? So I think it's great. If you could stick to it, I think it's awesome. What was it that I saw that I wanted and I was like, I'm not buying it? Besides one of those abandoned place books, which I will go look at my used bookstore. If it shows up here, I'll get one. But if it doesn't show up here, I'm not buying one. What did I see that I was like, oh, that's so awesome? And I was like, I don't know what. You can buy glue and double-sided tape and that's it. Pink Poodle Crafts. I love Stacy at Pink Poodle Crafts. If you guys haven't joined her channel, join it. And she's saying Pink Poodle Crafts is having a they're having a swap your stuff, so you packed up envelopes and sent it out. I have you saving every piece of junk mail. Oh, throw them out, Lynn. Throw them out. You've been inspired to craft with. You guys, I live on an island. If you lived on an island and you realize every single thing that you guys, I don't buy stuff that I normally used to buy just because I know if you can't recycle it, I don't. So I'm liking these. I mean, they're not perfect. This still needs something. I don't know what, and this needs something too, but I'm liking it. I mean, you know, and it's fun. You know, before I send it, I'll put a piece of paper or something on the back if I'm going to mail it out. And but I'm liking it. I'm liking them. Where are the ones that I did last week? Guys, my desk. I'm telling you, craft on a 2-foot by 2-foot table, and it fills up in like 2 seconds, and then you're just like, oh my god, I'm overwhelming myself. Okay, you're like, oh, you're like, I'm definitely overwhelming myself with all my crap. I have to say, I use security. I do like my security envelopes, Jane. I'm not gonna lie. Love me some security envelopes. In fact, you know what? I was going through my friend. You know, guys, I told you I have that friend that brings me junk mail. So she left. I found this big, huge bag of junk mail. She didn't even tell me she brought it. She flew in. She's still. Her mom passed away. She was moving back to. She's from the island of Oahu, which is like where Pearl Harbor is and everything. But she's lived on this island for, I don't know, 30 years or something, maybe even longer. And so she was moving back to help take care of her mother. And she would fly. She was basically taking care of her mother the whole time she was, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And finally, she decided that she was going to move there. And in the interim of trying to get rid of everything in her house, letting go of 30 years of stuff, And I helped her do a lot. That's how I got Charlie, you guys. I got Charlie from a virtual garage sale. Charlie's my dog. I got Charlie from my virtual garage sale. I love this. I want to use this on one of my postcards. Don't you like that? It's so ridiculous, but I like it. Anyway, so she does not tell me when she flies in and out. Well, she did for a while, but she didn't this past time because I think because she's been coming in and trying to, she works too. So she came back and she started to, in order to keep her benefits at her job or her seniority at her job, she's a massage therapist. She comes back like 3 times a week. She flies back from Oahu. So her brother, she's now taking care of her brother. Her mom passed away. She didn't really, I mean, she was there as often as she could be. But her mom passed away. So we cleaned out, I would say, 70% of her house. Like, she really did use it or lose it. Packed up a bunch of stuff, shipped some stuff to Oahu, which is another island, and then after her mom died, she's kind of sort of stopped because she's been grieving, but rightfully so, right? So she drops. When our other friend moved off the island, when it was last week, week before, I don't know, the one I was helping clean out her house, put her house on the market because she has some health issues, and you guys, the one thing about living in the tropics is you can't have health issues. You can't, medical care here is not so great. So she left this huge bag of junk mail. See, I'm getting off on one of my rabbit hole talks. So she left this huge bag of junk mail at my front door. So yesterday or the day before, I went through it and I just kept the security envelopes and let everything else go. Let it all go. I found, yes, I got a red envelope from the Salvation Army. Your trash is all sorted in a fresh white laundry basket and no more goes in. That's good. Yeah, Liz, they do have red envelopes. It's Salvation Army and Target. But I had to help. Anyway, these are my postcards. So I hope it inspires you to make some. Now, I don't know if I'll make these into big paintings. The only one that I could see that I would really like to have as a big painting is maybe this one. But that's only if I could capture the light in the painting. You know what I mean? If I could capture the light, then it would be. But I don't know. But those are my ridiculous postcards. What was an act of desperation? Sorting it and deciding you're not going to keep it? Was that an act of desperation? Some of them might need some painting on them. How many of you guys joined the CAC? Remember I told you guys the Creative Arts Collaboration? How many of you guys joined that group, Creative Arts Collaboration? I know some of you did, right? Well, somebody started a subgroup in the Creative Arts Collaboration called, guys, I don't know, I think it was painting. I think it was something about painting. Maybe I'm wrong. And Jane saying the red security envelopes is also the Heart Association. Okay, I'll have to look for that too. So they started this, they're going to do like a video hop. And in the video hop, it's going to be about painting. And it's going to be painting with a brush. You guys, I hardly paint with a brush, but I guess I will for this video hop. But I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do. It's the CAC. It's Creative Arts Collaboration. You're piling things up outside the door, what, of your craft room? Well, I'll try to post the CAC. Yeah, it's a Facebook group called Creative Arts Collaboration. If you guys put in hashtag thanks for watching art, if you're on my channel and you put in hashtag thanks for watching art, it'll come up. It will come up. And click into one of the, oh my gosh, in the description box. You know what I'm saying. Click into the description box. And let me see if I can find a link for you. I may not. So anyway, I just wanted you to know that if you guys wanted to do anything like that, that's super awesome. So you guys hang on 1 second. I'll see if I can find it for you. But I am also going to go over to, I gotta put the sound on mute before it makes a sound. Gotta make the mute sound. And I'm going to say, I'm gonna chat in. Just gonna say, I'm gonna do it in all caps. Hang on. So anyway, so that's what's going on with me. That's what I'm doing. I'm sorry, you guys. Hang on 1 second. Meridel asked me last week if I would come in and say hi during her live chat. Because we're friends, you know. I love Meridel Abrams. So I thought I'd go over and say hi. I would love a thumbs up, you guys. You're there and you're not getting any notifications. So, if Hottie Popo was here, she could cut and paste the... I can't get it into cut and paste, but... Anyway. I'm sipping my coffee. No, Care is over at Meridel's thing. I just chatted and she'll probably be back. I'll tell her that just tell her. I'll say. I'm going to say Jane is asking for you, Care. Anyway, so that's what's going on with me. I've got my big, huge mess, and I wanted just a creative arts collaboration. And if you are, I wanted the link for creative arts collaboration, but you may not be able to. It's a Facebook group, and if you're not a member, you can't find it. I thought it was in one of my videos, but I don't see it. Where is our dear Hottie Popo? I don't know. Hottie Popo, are you around? Is Hottie Po here? So these are my postcards. So I don't know if I still have 2 more. I guess I could do 2 more. I'm going to do 2 more. I think I'm going to do some painting on it. You guys, does anybody enjoy painting on, I like painting with a credit card. Does anybody else like painting with a credit card besides me? I mean, I enjoy painting with a credit card. So, you know, the whole rule of this new painting collaboration is that you have to paint with a brush. So I've been contemplating. You know what I think I may do, and I don't know if I am, but remember I did that acrylic pour, those journal covers with acrylic pours? I may, way back when, I may, do something with that. Like I may paint on top of that. They said you can paint on top of something you've already painted. Which Susan is Hottie? Susan Zielinski is Hottie Popo. Hey, Renee, tell us how you are. Do you paint with a paintbrush or do you paint with a credit card? I paint with a credit card. I don't know why I like painting. I like painting better with other things. Is anybody else like that? I don't know. I like painting with non-traditional materials is my, if I can choose something that isn't used by, that's not the norm use, I like that better. You hardly ever use a brush? Hottie's drunk in the corner? I don't think so, you guys. I know her finger's been hurting. Her wanker. Didn't she tell us that last week? What did she call it? Her wanker? You guys, I even missed Cage fish this week. That is not normal for me. Because I was off at a meeting. I didn't even get to see Cage fish. I did not get to see Cage fish. Which is not normal. Usually I'm always hanging at Cage fish. So, and I love her. How many of you guys go over and watch her? She's awesome. And this is a jelly plate, so I'm using it through a stencil to make part of the background on this other postcard, which I don't know what I'm going to put on, but I'm kind of liking it so far. Paint with your fingers and a sponge, credit card, skewers, wood sticks, but hardly ever a brush. I know, right? So it's kind of like, the brush thing is kind of putting me in like, oh, okay, now I'm really going to have to buckle down and paint with brush. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. But if you guys haven't gone over and joined Creative Arts Collaboration, it's a fun group on Facebook, and it's a group of people that really help. They're working with each other to promote smaller YouTube channels. So for me, I think it's like a fun way to get to know. Maybe you'll find friends and new artists that you would never have found before because they're in that group. At least that's what I think. And I'm not telling you to join something else you don't want to do. You know, you guys do what works for you. Please. If making stuff out of non-recyclables is what you want to do it. Just because I like to make stuff out of recycling, please do what works for you. Please do what works for you. I am so far from telling anybody else how to do their artwork. Because, you know, quite frankly, guys, I wouldn't want anybody to tell me how to do mine. Because I wouldn't want anyone to tell me how to do my artwork. So that's where I'm at. What? You're going to try painting with your toes next? Oh, you're so funny. Would anybody know? Would anyone buy it if they knew? I don't know. I have a hard time following rules too. Hey, Carla, I was just talking about you. Did I invoke you? Did I invoke you because I was talking about you? I said I never miss you, and I didn't get to even watch you this week because I was like, I tried to watch. I was on my phone, but I was at a meeting or at a thing waiting to go into a meeting, and they had really crappy Wi-Fi, so I didn't even get to watch. I was like kind of disappointed because I always love watching you. I always love. If you guys haven't joined Caged Fish on YouTube, do it. You will love hanging out and making art with her. It is fun. She's a fun person. She's a fun one. So, I didn't even get to do your thing I didn't even get to hang out with you this week because I was like, my week was ridiculous this week because I was in meetings. You've been busy too? Oh, it's been ridiculous. And I'm behind on all of my videos. Like, you know, usually I at least get to craft and have videos. Even if I don't get to like be live with them, I can watch them in the background of something. Because I haven't even done that. It's been totally... So I saw Tracy's craft room. I saw a little bit of your challenge, Carla, but I didn't even get all of it. What did I watch? You guys, it's been slim pickings this week. I watched APG Jamie. I watched her. I watched a little bit of Elizabeth Brewer, but not much. Like I wanted to watch the whole thing, but then I got caught up on a conference call, and then that was that. That was really it. That was really it. I've been missing you. I'm going to try this week, Carla. It's the end of the school year is what it is, you guys. And so the end of the school year has been just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. The end of the school year has been ridiculous. So that's that. So matte medium, that is what I'm gonna buy myself. That's what I was gonna ditto for you. I've been chasing my tail. I'm glad you came to say hi. It's been crazy. Yeah, you're right, Scotty. You hit the nail on the head. Definitely IEP, that sort of thing. It's been like that all week. You hit the nail on the head, Miss Ma'am. Yes, and yes. And I have like 2 more meetings next week, and it's been ridiculous. You're trying to get your daughter one? Well, it's been a lot. That's a lot. Yes. When your children do have learning disabilities, it is hard. It is hard. Okay, this one needs like something. I just put all my images up, so I don't have much out. When Liz says when she hears 504, she thinks New Orleans. Wow. Oh, Jane, everybody give Jane a big hug. Jane donated to CARES nonprofit, the Disabled Artists Foundation, Inc., or DEFI, and she made a very nice contribution of $300, which all that money just goes to buying supplies for disabled artists. CARE really went all out, and she had to rent an office. She was telling me all this stuff. Like, I guess it depends upon where you are, where you live depending upon the criteria. And she had to rent an office. She had to do all these things under the criteria for a 501c3. So, Jane, you are so generous, and we appreciate and love you and appreciate your generosity. And that's awesome. And for those of you that can't afford to donate quite that much or want to make a smaller contribution, you can head over to Kara's Etsy store and you can collect. She made these really cool little kits. You can collect a little kit from her her Etsy shop, and they're like $10, and it's awesome. So thank you, Jane. You're so generous, and we love you. Big hug to you. Jane's saying you also donated to her cause, Care and Scotty, and she appreciates that. Yes, a cassette tape journal. Yes, they're like $10. I have not finished mine, you guys. I have it here, and I can show you what I've done, which is not. I still need to finish it. I want to. I haven't had a chance. I want to add some tabs to it. Thinking of adding the number 3 to my thing here. Let me just go ahead and add it. Yes, the cassette tape journal kit. They're $10. Or you could send her, if you wanted to, send her some supplies. If you have an overabundance of supplies, you could do that. Or you could send her some kits yourself that you make up that she could sell in her Etsy shop so that other people donate money. Because, every penny was coming out of her pocket, and you know how expensive art supplies are. Or if you have, somebody donated a bunch of jewelry supplies too. Yeah, Care? So I got my... Care says her kids are enlisted right now because she's giving the rest away, and she'll add more to her Etsy in a couple of weeks. You want to see the postcard? These are my postcards, Carla. They're not as good as yours, okay? You want to see my postcards with the eyeballs? Okay, here's the postcard with the chair and the eyeballs. Not as good as yours, Carla, but here they are. Can you see them? I don't even know if I'm in frame. So, yeah, the chair, our favorite circle stamp. This was some dishes from something. This was some Prada ad, which I like. It was like a puzzle. Security envelope, book pages with your favorite circle stamp. Why are you writing Kathy with a capital letter? And then here's my one that is, I don't know, this came from Esquire magazine. I don't know who the guy is. A puzzle book that was written in by some child. And then the butterfly stamp Mary Kay gave me, which I love so much, and I use it on a lot of stuff, and tissue paper. And then this was like some, I think, part of a girl's dress from an ad. Good night, Sandra. Big hugs. And then this one is, I don't know, but I liked it. Big hugs. How many of you guys are staying for the woo-woo? We'll do woo-woo soon. So Jane's saying the agency who cares for her son is ALSO, used Amazon Smile and Choose. Ah, that's awesome. Aloha, Marcy. So this one I still want to work on. I don't know what else I'm going to put on it, but I don't know. I feel like it needs something else, but I don't know what yet. He's your fave. I like him too. So this one's kind of, I like this one. And then, let's see. This one's in progress. I don't know what else I'm going to do on it, but I will figure it out. There's the ocean, somebody's dress, the number 3, and some painting. Jelly printing. And then this one is, I don't know, some fancy house that had columns in it, a British flag, a New York City street scene, and I don't know what this ad is. It was some ad, you know, like the back. You can't really see it, but it looks like it's got, if you see it in person, it's got really delicate, like little flowers on it. But it may need something else. And then this one is, I don't know, a beach scene from somewhere, some sand, which was on another magazine page, and then some painting in the middle, and then a watch that I cut apart. And I thought it kind of looked like Dolly. Thanks. Thanks, Miss Carla Cage Fish. I don't know what I'm doing with them. I was going to mail them out, actually, but, you know, I have so much mail to go mail out that I haven't done it yet. I don't want to commit myself to, I have to finish doing what I've already committed to, which is, anyway. So I may mail them out. I may. And then this one is, I like this one a lot. I'm kind of into this one. I think this one might be my favorite at the moment. You can't wait to use all the large images you cut out? Oh, good. So this was some magazine image of a water tower. And this was one of a fence. This is some dishes and, you know, newspaper stamped with our favorite Carla Cage Fish stamp. Our concentric circle stamp. So that's what I got going on right now. These are and they're all made from junk mail or from, these are from junk mail, and this was from like some packaging. I glued it together though. I think if I was going to do it again, I would do them with matte medium because they're wrinkling, but it's okay. You like the eyes in the chair? I like the eyes. The eyes I love. I love the eyes. I had one, I was going to show you guys an image that I was going to show you. It was like so cool. Oh my gosh, what did I do with it? It's like I cut it out of a magazine and it was like an eye you walk through. You've been on a fussy cutting bench? Oh, good. So Kara says, Patricia Beauchamp gave her tons of paint, and Jane's donation will let you get the bottles to repackage the paint. That's awesome, Kara. Well, I have some stuff to send to you, but it's going to take me a little while to get it together. I because we haven't really made a decision about the moving thing yet. We're talking about like if we're going to move to just a different place on our island, you know, like a bigger, maybe not a bigger place, but a different place on our own. So I haven't, you guys, I've been purging. I have really seriously been doing like the most serious calamari that I've ever done. And so it's been intense. Is my address in the double do? Which address are you talking about? Are you talking about my email address? Is that what you're asking for, Jane? Or are you talking about my mailing address? My email or my mailing? Scotty says she's going to take images to cut next week when you go to your when you... Oh my God, Scotty says she's going to take stuff to cut up next week when she has her treatment, but the nurses get a little nervous when she's medicated and snipping with her scissors. They tape her tubes to her shirt. Oh my gosh, Scotty. My mail address. I will, Jane, I'll message it to you. It's not in my YouTube videos. I have it on in the Facebook group. So that's what I have going on here. So how many of you guys are staying for the woo-woo? Guys, there's a mosquito and he keeps biting me. It's bitten me like 3 times sitting right here. Scotty, I love you. So how many of you guys are going to do some woo-woo, stay for the woo-woo? And the woo-woo is just a guided meditation. Just a guided meditation. Hi, Joni. You want woo-woo? Jude says yes. Okay. You. Okay, cool. So get yourself a glass of water for those that want to participate in the guided meditation. And for those that don't worry about it. No big deal. You know, it's all and what works for you. And sometimes, you know, I just want to let you know you can do the meditation and want to and do it for someone else. You know, like you could say, you know, maybe I don't feel like I need it, but I have a really good friend and they need it. You want to go with Scotty to her treatments? Oh, I bet it's hilarious. You guys, mosquitoes love me. It's like ridiculous. See, you can't tell I glued it to another piece of this was like some insert or something. I don't know. It was like something I'd bought. I don't remember what it was. Maybe I didn't even buy it. Maybe it was just you guys, I'm starting to go through stuff that people give me. That's why I was saying to my friend, she brought me all her junk mail. She just leaves bags of it on my door. It's ridiculous. And so I'm starting to like really go through my stuff because if we do decide to move, I cannot possibly take all of my trash with me. You know, I can take some of it. Good night, Steph. Thanks for hanging out with us. Maybe we'll see you on Tuesday. You guys can also go over and head over. I think Meridel is still, let me see. Is Meridel still on? I think Meridel is still on. And if she's still on, you guys could, is she still on live or no? If Meridel's still on live, you guys could go over and hang out with her for those that don't want to do the woo-woo. And make sure when you go over, give her a thumbs up. Comment, like, give her a thumbs up. Because I swear, that mosquito just came over and just took a big chunk out of me right now. It's like ridiculous. Like, seriously. And I can hear him, but I can't catch him. This is ridiculous. I have to eat garlic so the mosquitoes go away. Good night, Dania. We love you. Big, big hugs. Good night, Mars. Big hugs. Link to Meridel. Here, let me see if I can link to Meridel. Hold on. I'll give you a link to Meridel. Meridel's awesome. Let me see if I can give you her link. Hold on. Hold on. Give me 1 second, Miss Jane, and I will. If you don't want to stay for the woo-woo, I will give you Oh my gosh, this mosquito is like, okay, now we're really, that's Meridell's link. Oh my gosh, guys, the mosquito's now bit me like 4 times. Big old mosquito bites. You could ask Shannon, but you get kicked out. Oh, you're so funny. I go around the outside. You're so funny. Yeah, Meridell, she's awesome. Night, Carla, we love you. Love, love, love you. Appreciate your thumbs up. Totally appreciate it. Mosquitoes, Becky, you're right. Mosquitoes are like a pincushion. They're horrible. Well, they're horrible on me, and they're here all year round, you guys. Sometimes if somebody else is in the room that they like better, but it's usually just me. So, for those of you that want to stay, the mosquito needs a woo-woo, obviously, right? So, for those of you that want to stay and you're like thinking, well, maybe I don't need it. Well, so then bring somebody else into the energy, you know, like, invite somebody else in, like an energetic somebody. It can be anybody. It could be a friend. It could be a family member. It could be anyone. It doesn't, you know, you don't always have to woo-woo for yourself. You don't always have to woo-woo for yourself. But you can. And I always include myself because why not? So we're just going to do a short guided meditation and invite somebody. Invite somebody in. Who are you worried about? Jess, who are you worried about? I missed who you said. Night, Miss Carla, we love you. Night, Becky. So for those that it's the first time you've ever done any sort of guided meditation, so all this meditation does is put you more in alignment with yourself, you and your higher self. Okay, who are you worried about, Jess? Night, Dawn. If you're leaving, we love you. Oh my gosh, I swear, if you see my arm, I've got like welts from that mosquito. Your son? Well, let's put your son in the woo-woo. What happened with your son, Jess? If you feel like sharing. If you don't, I get it. So get yourself a glass of water. Bring your glass of water in it because the energy will go into the water and you can put the water and you can drink it all. He's riding his motorcycle 1,400 miles to come home. Okay, we'll definitely put him in the woo for protection. Definitely, definitely. Okay, I totally get it, Jess. I totally get it. All right, so let's do a quick meditation, and for all that want to stay, stay. And if you don't want to receive the energy work, just say no. It only works with conscious consent. And if you do want to receive the energy work, say yes. And bring to mind anybody you'd like to include. I always include all of you in my work, and anybody that could. My intention is for all of you here now, and anyone that could listen to it in the future, that they receive what they need, because we all have our own divine purpose, our own divine blueprint, and you know, for many of us, sometimes we just fall out of knowing what that is. For some of us, we just forget. And so I'm inviting all of you to bring that in too. Okay, inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. And receive and release. Receive and release. Imagine yourself in a column of light. And when you look up, you can't see the end. And when you look down, you can't see the end. This is your column of light. It is unique to your being, soul, spirit. Allow your column of light, follow your column of light deep into the heart of the earth. Feel it going through the crust, through the mantle, through all the layers, and right into the heart, the pulse of the earth. Give your column of light big tree roots deep in the heart of the earth. Allow your column of light to ground itself deep in the heart of the earth. Let's follow your column of light from the roots deep in the earth, through your whole column, through your body, and fountain out the top of your head, and follow your light into the heart of creation, the heart of the central sun. Give your column of light roots above your head, deep in this angelic realm. You should suddenly feel a flow of energy coming through the top of your head and pouring through your body and out your feet, and also the opposite way, through your feet, through your body, and pouring out the top of your head. Let's focus on where we're grounded in the heart of the earth. And let's ask the earth to bless us with her energy. Feel this beautiful golden energy, or some of you just may feel a warming sensation. You can see, feel, think, or know whatever works best for you. Feel this beautiful earth energy flowing up your column of light, filling your feet and ankles, calves, knees, thighs, and hips. Feel it filling the base of your spine, your lower abdomen, your waist, your heart and back, your shoulders, arms, wrists, and hands, and out every finger. Feel it filling your neck and throat, your face and head, and feel it fountaining out the top of your head as high as you can imagine. Ready? Breathe it in. Breathe it in. And breathe it in. Take a moment to enjoy your connection to the earth. Now I'd like you to focus above your head as high as you can imagine in the heart of the central sun, in the heart of creator creation energy. In this beautiful realm where your tree roots are anchored as well, let's ask for the blessing of this beautiful diamond light. Feel this beautiful angelic realm energy pouring through your column of light, expelling any and all excess out your roots in the earth. Feel it filling your head, face, throat, neck, shoulders, arms, wrists, hands, and out every finger. Feel it filling your chest, your waist, your lower abdomen, the base of your spine, and feel it pouring through your hips, thighs, knees, calves, and ankles, and out your feet. Ready? Breathe it in. Breathe it in. Breathe it in. Take a moment to enjoy your connection to heaven and earth. I'd like you to focus on the base of your spine. First, let's focus on the point deep in the heart of the earth and make your connection incredibly strong. Make sure your tree roots are anchored deep down in the earth. And on the inhale, I'd like you to breathe in and receive the energies of peace, the energies of love, the energies of bliss, the energies of freedom. Ready? Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus 6 feet below your feet. Receive the energies of bliss, love, peace, and freedom. Receive in love. Receive in love. One foot below your body. Receive peace, love, bliss, and freedom. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus on the base of your spine. Receive peace, love, bliss, and freedom. And on the exhale, release any energy in your body that you're holding that no longer serves you. Ready? Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus on your lower abdomen. Receive peace, love, bliss, and freedom. And on the exhale, release anything that no longer works for you. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus on your waist and your solar plexus. This is also called your third energy center. Receive peace, love, bliss, and freedom. And on the exhale, release anything that no longer works for you. Ready? Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus on your heart. Receive peace, love, bliss, and freedom. Before you breathe this in, I want you to open an imaginary window in your heart or French doors. And as you breathe in peace, love, bliss, and freedom, I want you to exhale. And I want you to release anything that's not working for you. Ready? Receive peace, love, bliss, and freedom. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus on your throat. Receive peace, love, bliss, and freedom. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. I want you to focus back on your heart. And I want you to open the window both in the front of your heart and in the back of your heart. Ready? And I want you to allow whatever is courting you there, whatever energy, one of you guys, or maybe multiple, it feels like multiple, are holding on to like a pain. Like you feel like if you don't hold on to it, that you're not acknowledging it, which is not true. You can still know that things happen to you that cause you deep heartache, but you don't have to hold on to that energy in your body. When you hold on to that energy, it puts you in imbalance, and that's what can bring on physical ailments, right? So I want you to open the window in the back of your heart and in the front of your heart. Ready? And you're just going to release. You're going to just see smoke leaving your body, whatever it is. Just give your body personality to release, permission to release anything that's not in your highest, best good. Anything that's not going to bring peace, love, bliss, freedom, joy, right? Anything that's not going to help you to be your optimal. Just release. Breathe in, receive in love. Focus on the back of your heart. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. I want you to put put this pink bubble around you. Make this pink bubble magnetic. And anything that's stuck in your heart, or in your body in particular, but mostly in your heart, because there are quite a few who are holding on to this grief and regret, and I just feel it like it's sort of entangled in you, and it's not necessary. You can still remember the things. It's like when you lose a loved one, you can still remember them, but you don't have to relive or hold on to the pain. Ready? So your pink bubble is magnetic, and as you inhale and exhale, anything in your body, any cords you've cut off in your body, anything that's not you is going to just magically be absorbed into this magnetic field, pink bubble. Ready? Receive in love. Release in love. Receive in love. Release in love. Receive in love. Release in love. Release it. Focus on our throat. Receive peace, love, bliss, and freedom. Leave your window and your heart open, releasing anything in your body that doesn't work. The pink bubble still surrounding you, along with the magnetic field. It will automatically be absorbed into that, never returning to your body. Receive in love. 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 Focus on the point of light between your eyes in the center of your forehead. Receive peace, love, bliss, and freedom. Leave the window to your heart open. Ready? Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus on the point of light at the top of your head, in the crown of your head, on the very top. Receive peace, love, bliss, and freedom. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus 1 foot above your head. Receive peace, love, bliss, and freedom. Receive in love. Six feet above your head, receive peace, love, bliss, and freedom. One foot above your head. Let's focus at 1 foot and at 6 foot, all at the same time. Receive in love. Allow the energy to pour through your body and release anything into this magnetic field of the pink bubble. Ready? Receive in love. Focus on the point of light where you connect to the heart of the central sun. Ready? Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. One more time, receive in love. I want you to take a moment while we're connected, and I want you to make your petition, your prayer for whatever it is that you need right now in your life. More peace, more love, more abundance. Maybe it's financial abundance you need. Maybe it's health. Maybe you're lonely and you'd like more friends. Maybe you just like to find your tribe. You'd like to feel connected. While we're connected in this space, put your intention of what it is that you'd like to receive in your life. Peace, love, bliss, freedom, financial abundance, health, abundant vibrancy. Maybe you'd like to live a vibrant, healthy life. Make a prayer for yourself Now I'd like you to make a prayer for our group. That everybody receive what they need. Just a petition to that energetic universe, that force of life that brings all good things to you. Wishing everyone peace, health, wealth, happiness. Now let's make a prayer for the earth. Peace, love, balance. Now bring to mind anybody else you'd like to include and make a pule, as they call it in Hawaiian, or a prayer or petition to the divine, to the cosmic energy around us, of what it is we'd like to see others receive. Maybe you have a friend that really just needs help. Maybe you have one that feels lonely. Maybe you have one that feels lost, or maybe a child, or safety, or whatever it is you'd like. Receive in love. Receive in love. I'd like you to imagine an infinity symbol starting in the heart of the central sun, crossing through your heart, entering deep into the earth, crossing back through your heart, and ending where it began. On the inhale, receive peace, love, bliss from the divine, the heart of the central sun, the heart of the creator creation energy, the heart of the earth. Ready? And on the exhale, give back to the heart of creator creation energy, the heart of the central sun, and the earth. Ready? Receive in love and give in love. Receive in love and give in love. One more time. Receive in love and give in love. I'd like you to tell me when you feel this energy coming from your hands. Ready? Receive it and let me know. Just say yes. Just tell me when you feel it. I'd like you to put one hand on your heart, and I'd like you to put one hand out and send it to any place on the planet, anyone, any place on the planet, including your home, that could use a little more connection. Ready? And when you feel ready, allow yourself to focus back into your body. Now, before we end our meditation, I'd like you to focus on your pink bubble. Let's allow this pink bubble to lift off our body personality, and with it, it's taking all of the things that you were willing and allowing to leave your body personality. So see the pink bubble filling, rising up from your feet, knees, ankles, thighs, hips, pulling anything left in your first energy center, second, third, fourth in your heart, fifth in your throat, sixth, seventh, and feel it. It's now above your head, and on the next exhale, you're just going to see it dissolve right into the sun. Ready? And it's gone. Focus back on your heart. Feel this energy filling up your heart in any areas that are left vacant from whatever's left. Ready? Feel it. And when you feel ready, open your eyes and come back. Really good releasing, everyone. Really good releasing. Lynn says not to be disrespectful, but hers are probably hot flashes. I can tell you that sometimes when you do energy work, you can feel, especially when you allow yourself to connect deep to the earth, you can feel a really hot sensation flow through your body, and it can feel much like hot flashes, but it isn't. But I don't know, maybe you are feeling hot flashes too. Everybody's body's different, but that can also be, that's sort of the same sensation when you allow yourself to really connect. Just like a warm feeling all over your body. Feel free to share anything you guys would like to share. Feel free to share. Feel free to share. I could work a little bit more on these next time, or I don't know. There's like so many. Because I'm trying to do my calamari and let go of stuff at the same time and make things makes me a little bit sort of like a vicious cycle, right? Because you want to let it go, but you go, I could use it for that. Feel free to share whatever you guys want to share, if you want to share, and if you don't want to share, that's okay too. There's like there's no rules. Share what you feel like sharing. Oh, good. I'm glad you're feeling good. Oh, good. I'm glad, Angela. That's awesome. Yeah, no, I can, I can feel when you're like resisting, not just you personally, but it's just like a group thing. I can feel when there's like resistance. And, sometimes we've held on to this stuff for so long that we sort of have made the mistake to think that it's us, Jude, it's not for everybody. And, that's their prerogative. Some people aren't ready to release. Some people aren't ready to let go. And, I'm a little out there for a lot of people. So I always, my prayer, as they say in Hawaiian, my pule is always for those that are meant to be here. And it always seems like it's that way. Meditation's a ritual. I meditate every single day. you know, but for some people, they've never meditated, so it's really foreign and it takes a while for them to warm up to it. Generally, I find people come when they have a crisis because they don't really know what to do in a crisis situation. So all of a sudden, somebody who maybe wouldn't have been around will come if something crisis-like is going on in their lives. And then there's others of us who are addicted to it. I mean, I have to tell you honestly, I love meditating. I love connecting to the earth and to the heavens, and I love connecting to my higher self. You know, without it, I don't know where I'd be. So, what do you mean, let go or believe? There's nothing to believe. I mean, there's nothing to believe. Okay, so we hold these, for the lack of a better word, we hold these beliefs in our body, right? And they're 9 times out of 10, they're not even our beliefs. They're stuff our parents told us, and we just took it as if it was like what worked for us, right? Or energies, and they clog us up, and we don't even know we have them. So releasing them and finding your path that works for you is what works for you. And, you know, it's not for everybody. I agree, Scotty. Some are private, and that's fine. It's like not a big deal. And, some people aren't ready to release. They really aren't ready to release, Linda. Some people believe that this is, okay, say you're born with, like, I have 3 children, and all of them are very different, and you can feel the energies from each one of them, and you can see as a parent, like, if one of your children was born like more worried and more anxious, and there wasn't anything in your life that made them worried or anxious, but they just kind of come with that, right? Or maybe some's a little bit more high strung, or some's a little bit, one of them's a little bit more, touchy, can be set off easily. It comes a point in time when you realize those things don't serve you, right? So if they don't serve, if it serves you to be that way, then keep it. If it doesn't, let it go. And my thing is, you can always go back and pick it up. So, like, if you're thinking, oh, well, what if I let go of all that grief in my heart? What if I actually release the grief? Whatever that is. It doesn't even have to know what it is. And you can always go back and pick it up. You can always go back. If you're a really anxious person and you let go of being anxious and you go, oh, I miss being anxious, go back and pick it up. It's a choice. You're Maori. Oh, I love the Maori people. Dude, I love the Maori people. I was in Australia, and I have to tell you, I had such an amazing experience with, it was so profound for me, just being there and experiencing that really deep connection. Yes. Everybody has the ability to connect. You're right, but we don't learn it. I'm glad, Angela. I'm glad. But you know what? There's no right or wrong. In the end, we all get to where we need to get. And it looks different for each one of us, even though we may be on that same, highway, right? It's like, haven't you worked with a lot of different people, and you could say something to a group of people, just like, oh, I don't know, just anything. And then some people will take it personally in one way and be offended, and other people will be like, they don't even think twice about it. It's just how we're wired, So some of us are ready to like be free and let it all go, and some of us aren't, and that's okay. There's no right or wrong. Just choice. Where do you live, Jude? I appreciate a thumbs up. If you guys will give me a thumbs up, I appreciate that. Or even if you gave me a thumbs down, doesn't matter. YouTube doesn't look at it as right or wrong. They just look at it as engagement. You guys, the people that are ready, come. You live in New Zealand. Oh. New Zealand is so beautiful. Oh, Linda, I'm glad. You know, this is a little bit more of an active meditation, you know, but what's really going to happen for all of you is that you're connected more to you. So you'll be guided to do the next step, whatever that is, and whatever it looks like. You know, whatever it looks like for you. Everybody's different. I love this island. You know, it's not easy to live on, but it's beautiful. It's like the energy here is much like areas of New Zealand where it's very like a deep ocean current, right? You know what, Angela? I don't really promote myself too much, and I probably should start. I have a sort of a subscription, inexpensive subscription series of just meditation. And I'm getting ready to start a new one, and I'll try to post it the next time we get together. Where all it is just a guided it's a guided meditations. Like there's one main one that you get once a week, and then smaller ones that just go to support you. You're trying to make time for yourself. Oh, Mary Lou, that's so awesome. It is a good way to make time. Guys, I get up every morning and meditate. My partner and I try to meditate together if we can, but it doesn't always work out. But we get up every morning at like 5, meditate from 5 to 5:45. We used to meditate for longer, but now with this new highway system, we have to get going earlier. Jude, it's exactly the same. Yes, meditating in the bush is so beautiful. Yes, it's really grounding, and you know where you live already tells you that. Yes, absolutely. That's why, you know, even if you live in a big city and you can go out into nature anywhere, just for a little while, you feel more refreshed and much more connected because the earth is always trying to give you what you need. Oh, Angela, thank you. I'm so happy. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Well, I love you girls. And guys. Because I know we do have some gentlemen. I love you guys. And I'm grateful that you guys hang out with me and, you know, craft with me, my trashy crafting, and, you know. Linda, that's what I do for a living. Obviously, I don't make art anymore for a living. I used to make jewelry for a living, and I loved it. But moving here, I don't know. You go through ebb and flow, so I'm flowing in a different way. Thanks, Kara. I love you guys. I feel like you guys have had some big releases lately. I know I have, and so I'm assuming that because I have, you have. I'm feeling it because remember a few weeks ago or whatever, it was like super heavy. Well, it doesn't feel heavy now. I love you guys. And we love you too, Pat. If you're listening, we love you, Pat. And we hope you're doing well. And you guys are so awesome. You know what somebody said to me is so funny? Scotty, I'm going to come visit you in Arkansas. I'm going to show up one day and you're going to be like, what are you doing here? Somebody told me, what did they say? It was so cute. They said something like, oh, I got some pictures of Hawaii, but the only thing missing was your hands. Your hands and your crafting table or something. It was something hilarious. I was like, yeah, we love you, Pat. Oh, Jude, we're happy to have you. We're so happy to have you. Lynn saying she loves you, Pat, and Kara saying she loves you, Pat. Jude, we're happy to have you. You know, you guys are my tribe. You guys are my tribe. Well, I don't know who else is still live streaming. I don't know if Is Meridel still live streaming or is she finished? I know, isn't that so sweet? I saw all the pictures of Hawaii except for so I don't think Meridel's still live streaming. But I don't know, is Stacy Pink Poodle Crafter, is she live streaming tonight? She live streams sometimes on Fridays. You guys, I never know. I'm like so out of the loop sometimes. I don't know who's still doing it. Stacy's on. You guys head on over to Miss Stacy Pink Poodle Crafts and hang out with her. She's fun, fun, fun. Guys, I think I'm a little bit more out there than most. You know, most people just come to like paint and craft, and I guess I'm here to, I paint and craft, but I know the real reason is the woo-woo. Well, I love you guys, and maybe I'll head over to Stacy's. I gotta cook some dinner for my fam, but maybe I'll head over to Stacy's after that. I love you. Big, huge hugs. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Don't forget, Carla Caged Fish is on Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern, and that's Caged Fish with a K, K-A-G-E-D, fish, and her name is Carla. She's Sunday, and at 2 p.m. And I think Jessica Rapp is also Sunday, but I don't know what time. Is she 4 o'clock Pacific time, Jessica, on Sunday? Jude, I hope you do come back. Oh, you're so sweet, Linda. How's Richard? Tell Richard I sent him some extra woo-woo. I totally focused on Richard, sent him some extra woo-woo, so he would feel totally connected. Cage Fish is Sunday at 2 Eastern. Jessica Rapp, 2 Silver Oranges, that is at 4 Pacific, and which is 7 Eastern. And I think tomorrow night, Stacy Pink Poodle Crafts. I don't know what time she goes on, because sometimes she does it early morning and sometimes she streams all night. She's a wild woman. She can be crafting. She's definitely somebody to have on, because she can craft like nobody else. Thanks, Linda. All right, my lovelies. I love you, love you, love you. And I'm sending you so, so, so much aloha. You tell Richard I said you're welcome. And I'll see you guys on Tuesday. I'll see you on Tuesday. All right, you guys. Big, huge hugs. Thank you, Scotty Popo. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, everybody, for joining. And big, huge hugs. Aloha.